Alright guys, let's see if I can remember how to make one of these. So big, they're obviously winning a lot of events right now. They won the most recent summon event over Vitality in the grand final. And it's pretty worked out by the title, we're going to be looking at their Dust 2 game. I picked Dust 2 for a couple of reasons. One, it's their #1 win rate on 80%, a map which I think it's hard to actually be consistent on, but they've done it somehow. And two, Dust 2 is often considered an aim map. And Big, they're not really known for their aim. They're not a phase clan, another team that loves that map, which Big actually beat, who have all these aim and these star players who are able to play this round out and win on a map with Dust 2 with purely skill. They're not like that. So I want to look at today some of the cool stuff they do and why they may be able to be consistent on this map. So for this round here, it's going to be a delayed long pop from Big. The flash is over from mid and the players from long. They're going to be running out here and taking long with just the two members to start off with Tabson coming in for support later on. They're going to isolate RPK and kill him relatively easily. And you can see on the minimap, the players that also made their way up Cat, those players that are in the middle. It's a very good A split right now. At this point, it's going to be an absolute miracle if Vitality win this round. The players are going to jump out here. Zaiwu takes down Tizian, but then Keto kills the player on site, and then Tabson deals with Zaiwu at the car. It looks very simple. No kills even had to come from those Cat players who were obviously pincering those players on the site, and then also at car. The long smokes come in, very thorough, and at this point it's just a formality. The bomb has to go across and be planted. They're going to win this 4v2. You can already see Shox is running away and saving on that B site. So look pretty simple, right? But there's some really amazing details that go into this round, which I'm going to break down right now. And the first thing I want to focus on is actually the util set Xantara's throughs at the exact same time as they're flashing over long. It's going to be a little bit different, just the door on the smoke you often see on the up Cat. Going to be the smoke here for the left side out middle, and then the Molotov close. You can see the Molotov forces Apex away, and if he didn't go as fast as this, that smoke over middle also forces anyone potentially AWPing from that B side in towards middle to go really wide if they want to see anything and potentially expose themselves, which they can't really do, and it allows Xantara's just a different look and a way to get up Cat. Now the other thing this does is you can see from Apex's point of view is he has to technically worry about someone maybe coming out middle once that Molotov fades close mid. He decides to ignore it, which is the correct call right now, and try and support Zaiwu, but someone technically could have been in CT spawn, and that's something you can see Shox has to actually worry about here. He's not sure and he can't rotate as quickly as he might have wanted to. Now, the other thing you'll see from Zaiwu's point of view here is because that pressure comes from mid and they run up Cat, those two players in middle, as well as the flashbangs coming out long, Zaiwu is in two minds. Look at his point of view here. He's like, do I help RPK? Do I have to lock down short? And until Apex to get in that position to do it, he's not really sure what to do. He kind of gets stuck at this car position, and you can see he gets a maximum of 1 kill, even a player like Zaiwu. So do a great job of leaving that player who they know is often going to be that supporting AWPer in two minds as to what exactly is his priority to watch. And the last most important element is the timing of everything. Notice how these players come out long here and then they're walking up Cat quickly, as well as these Cat guys don't overcommit to the fight as these guys are walking along. They don't get overexcited. They don't give Zaiwu this pick we saw he was looking for. They wait. You can see on the X-ray right now, they're going to be sitting here at this corner, not overextending. Dyson just tries to take the player potentially jumping onto site, but they don't peek. Xantara's is waiting. They wait for Zaiwu to go down before they all swing together and really pincer that position. So no one's overcommitting. No one's giving that potential fight to the player on site so they can isolate short, then come back and potentially help out long. They wait for the long guys to take contact, then the short guys swing and play off that. So there's no way really for the CTs to isolate fights without pushing really aggressively, and in which case they're going to be super disadvantaged in the fight anyway. Now another thing you'll notice watching Big is they're not afraid to mix it up. Often on these Cat hits, you'll see teams throw the one-way smoke with the progression smoke so they get far up Cat. Well, Big going to do something different. They're going to go for a very quick pop. No reaction really possible here from the CTs. Straight off Cat here. And see the two flashes actually initially just to line up Tabson with his flash, and so Tara's just going to run straight up that CT area and punish anyone playing that corner, which is somewhere Zaiwu does love to play. Tabson runs up with the bomb, but besides that, they had two players dropping onto short. Tizian's got the flank here, so then these players up here on long or on the side itself are very confident fighting CT and anyone coming back up. You can see RPK actually hits a nice shot there, but these two players, even though they're low on HP, have the Molotovs, have the utility to defend this down, and you can see Keto hits a couple of nice shots on the players coming up. Tizian's unable to lurk middle because he was just sitting top mid the whole time watching the back, and Shox has no chance of saving at all. And one thing that happens in this strat, which happens across the board with Big, is they use their utility very well and always pick the best player to throw the utility. You can see Tizian's going to actually be the one throwing that CT smoke rather than Surson, because he can potentially use that in the after plant. And then Tizian obviously doesn't need his smoke because he's just going to be lurking top mid. The other thing is the timing is very good on this. This smoke pops slightly faster than the easier one you'll see from on Cats. You can see this smoke comes over here, and you can see the timing of this. This one pops, and then as soon as this is landing, the flashes are coming over, and this player's jumping over, which leaves it very difficult for Apex to see anything at all. So you can see the timing is impeccable from Big, and then because this player's used a lot of his utility, he is now happier just to lurk. He's not sitting with a full util set. And this is a big thing you'll see from Big overall. You can see on other examples here, there's this round here where they've walked out long. They have this crazy smoke for Xbox just to apply that pressure, make the Cat guy potentially want to explore like he did in this example, and then go up long, hit with a good long exec, and they give themselves a better chance on the round. And really, there's never an example where Big have chosen the wrong player to use the utility, or one player has to throw util because another player doesn't know the smoke from a position he should. So that's a good thing about Big. If you want to see some cool smoke and see some cool piece of utility, I'd actually just recommend watching a Big demo. Now, one thing Big does very well is play together on the CT. So it's nothing crazy, but they have a few little tricks up their sleeve, such as that nice Molotov there, that allows them to edge out a lot of these CT rounds. Surson gets a nice opening pick here before falling back, and you see Tizian uses util again. He smokes top of his molly straight away because he knows that the T side knows he's probably alone at long because they did the fast cat, so doesn't want any equalizer to potentially come out there. Surson falls back to play this game helper position, and Kid actually has a nice position in towards B. Now, this round here, you might think, oh, Tizian's just being baited for. That's very nice for him. You can see he's in this blue bin position. They're going to pop out long, and then Surson's just going to come and actually really get the opening kill. And then, as I said, Tizian has the easiest kill of his life when this player just walks ahead in front of him. So you might think, okay, like Surson just won them the round. He got the opening pick. He actually was very ballsy and peeked out and got that kill on that guy towards long, and then Keto pushes through B, and the round's pretty much over at this point. But one thing you may not have noticed is Tizian does a lot more in this round than might have first met the eye. So you can see the pop is going to come out here from these long plays, and Surson's going to come and help. So they're going to come out with the flashes. But I want you to notice something. See that peak right there from Tizian? He now has this line on towards the door. Because what normally happens when a T side takes long on a professional level is they get these two riflers out, such as they do here. But even though Zayu is dead here, often you'd get the AWPer onto this position here, and he's going to hold this line here on towards the corner, if I could draw a straight line, preventing this help coming from the AWP, which normally is around that car position. These two players with the rifles out would normally then isolate. They'd walk up in some kind of manner like this until they have all the angles they want on towards pit or into this area, wherever the CT is going to be playing. And there's really nothing this guy can do except throw flashes without some utility to push this player off. Now, what happens in this scenario here is Tizian actually peeks out and clears this door position for Surson coming in, which is huge. So he peeks out, he clears that, and I've hit the wrong button, and then he disappears again because he now communicates, yo, bro, you can now peek the corner, you can clear this out with your AWP, and you're going to do a great job of baiting for me. So that's actually a really small detail and something that Big does a lot better than a lot of other teams, and it actually wins them the round here because it's a risk-free peek from Surson here once that door is clear. So it's a small little detail, but it's one that Big is very good at, which is why I always recommend watching their demos if you really want to learn. There's even more you'll see than what I can cover just in this video. Now, another thing Big are very good at is using their advantage when they have a gun advantage, such as here they have the AWP. They're going to peek over the top, get the info towards top mid, but they're also very good at using the information they have to really calculate and work out where the hit's going to be coming in from the T side. And you might have picked it up there, but I'll cover it again in a second, is they're going to rotate this second player in Keto in towards B using their utility to make sure they don't get called out. And you can see with the util being used, it seems that they have a really good idea what kind of hit is coming in here. And you can see this B pop could have been dangerous, but I mean, it gets dealt with ease. So why was this so easy for Big? Well, the biggest thing here is look at all the info Big have around the map. The long guys saw nothing come out. They saw nothing go at top mid because the AWP was confident with his gun advantage to peek that, give the info out there. You might have seen originally and picked up on it, Tabson moves very close and towards middle, so he hears no one defaulting through lowers or moving through that area of the map. So in Big's mind, they've put the picture together like, okay, what could win OG the round right now? Oh, they're going to B pop potentially. So he said extra Molotov come out from Keto as he's rotating and gets himself in a very good position to find that opening kill. He picks the line, gets the opening kill, and then you can see Tabson even, because they heard no one defaulting down that lowest tunnels, it's really risk-free for him to just pull his flashes out and bomb them over the top to really support his players on the B side itself. You see it allows Xantares to get 2 kills, and they put all of this information together to put together the strongest hold they can on that B side without over-rotating. So there are 2 players at A, there's still that player watching middle in tabs, and if something crazy did come out from OG, but they're really ready and completely happy to use that extra Molotov towards B to really lock down the only position that they think OG will be going towards and what could win OG the round right now. But that is it for this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. I promise I'll upload a little bit more regularly moving forward, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Or watching on Gen G Games, that's pretty good as well.